I knew something was wrong with me. Before this happened, came home every day exhausted at 2 o'clock. Like after lunch, I couldn't put my head up, and my body was screaming at me something was wrong. And I think that's what happens. People don't listen to their own gut. Well, I have a friend. She's 10 years younger than me, and she is a complete hypochondriac. I mean, complete. And she called me. I can remember exactly where I was sitting. She called me, and she said she felt a lump, and she was panicked. So I went home, and of course I was like, no, you don't, no, you don't. And I went home, and I'm like, all right, maybe I should check and see. So I did, and I felt this teeny little thing. And it was hard, and I'm like, what is that? Like, it was just odd. I remember they had a very hard time finding it when they were doing the biopsy. It wasn't a mass at all. It was teeny. And I just remember laying there and sticking a needle in me, and the next 3 days later, they called me, and I was standing at my desk, and they said, you have cancer. And I just remember just my knees buckled, and I sat down, and I was like, oh my God, the word. It was surreal. A lot of people make pacts with God. They, I won't do this, I promise I'll do this. And that really wasn't mine. My prayer was, whatever happens, don't put me in a position where I don't have to make a choice. Make everyone make the choice for me. If I have to have a mastectomy, then tell me I have to, be in a position where I have no choice. If I have to do chemo, then don't say I'm on borderline. I just didn't, and my prayer actually came true, because everything, I had no choice. I was in the middle of building a house by myself during this whole process, and I remember I had the tubes hanging from me, and I was living in an apartment, and I had to take a cab over to the house every day, and I'd walk bent over with these tubes talking to these builders. I had, I think, 10 or 12 friends for 45 days. They each picked like 2 or 3 days. And every morning they would call me, and they would either bring me magazines, send somebody over to do a pedicure. They brought me movies. Every day was a different day, so I wouldn't get bored. My life has completely changed. I quit my job, and I just said, I'm gonna relax. I did stuff that I've never done before. No, this is cliche, but it is the best thing that ever happened to me. Everyone tells me how great I look. They tell me I'm happier. I don't know. I get teary. I got voted best rack in the office. Dr. Emerson, every time I go for a mammogram, she always brings everybody into the office to use me as an example of how you can really look good after a mastectomy. I like my boobs.